Garnet, as recently as 7 years ago, could not have envisioned this. But in succession, every year has been a record-setting year.
Tonight in the NCAA tournament, it's the #1 overall seed, the Swarthmore College Garnet. Losing just one game all season, this home floor has been a fortress. They look to continue the momentum and build on another NCAA tournament run. The runner-up in 2018-2019, some unfinished business here for this team, led by Vinny D'Angelo, a freshman point guard who's picked up right where Cam Wiley left off. And they'll take on Brooklyn College, the Bulldogs, at 13-15 and 7-7 in the Cuniac. Should be a good one here tonight. Looking forward to it on the Garnet Sports Network. Bob Long and Jacob Brady alongside. Jacob, this Bulldogs team, they had a magical run through their conference tournament, winning 3 games as the 5 seed to get to this point. Now, what do they earn for that? Well, a matchup against the nation's #1 team, start to finish here in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that is peaking right now. If you look at their schedule, finish off the regular season with a big win, putting up 108 over Medgar Evers, and then making that run through the Cuniac. And this is a team finishing 13-15 that knew that the only way that they were going to continue their postseason play was by winning every single game in that tournament, and that's exactly what they did. First took down the #4 seed Hunters 67-58. Took down the #1 seed John Jay, a team that they lost to twice during the regular season, both by 15 plus, eking out a 2-point win, 57-55. And then finally in the championship, taking on Baruch to keep their season alive. 62-55, the final score in that one. The win for the Bulldogs and a trip to the NCAA tournament for them, their 5th ever, their first since 2016, and a team that I would say believes in itself right now and believes in its ability to take down a quote-unquote better on paper team.
Well, you talk about 5 NCAA tournament appearances as if perhaps that isn't that many. Well, this is only Swarthmore College's 4th, and it's the 4th in as many years, of course. This program, soup to nuts, has been turned around by Landry Kosmalski in his 8th season. And this year, the best regular season in program history, undefeated, 26-0, and a Centennial Conference record for consecutive wins. Now they come into the tournament, one of the tournament favorites, if not the tournament favorite, led by a cavalcade of players. The depth is unbelievable, and I think this should be the start of what could be something very special here. Brooklyn College trying to stop that momentum in its tracks. We'll find out over the next 2 hours. Thanks for being with us, and we'll send you down to the public address announcer for introductions.
Basketball championship at Harlem Pavilion in Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, for tonight's first round game, featuring the Brooklyn College Bulldogs and the Swarthmore College Garnet. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. A senior guard from Hoboken Junction, New York.
The table has been set, and we're about ready for NCAA Division III men's basketball first round action here from Swarthmore. The home Swarthmore Garnet taking on Brooklyn College, the Bulldogs. Right at the top left of the bracket, at the D1 level, Jacob, a position reserved for the number 1 overall seed. Swarthmore has been number 1 start to finish. They do it a little bit differently at the D3 level. There's some more geographic considerations, etc., but I think this reflects what you might consider a 1 versus 16 matchup at the Division I level. But Brooklyn coming in really hot, winners of the Kuniak, their conference tournament, the number 5 seed. Still 2 games under 500, but a whole bunch of things that this team does well. They create a lot of turnovers, almost 19 per game. They only give it away 14 times. They shoot it about 40% from the field. And Jeffrey Jean-Baptiste has this program in a good spot. Certainly their biggest challenge of the season coming up here tonight against Swarthmore.
Yeah, I mean, as was written in the D3 Hoops preview for the NCAA tournament, it would be a seismic, historic performance for the Bulldogs to knock out the Garnet, but I think that's the mentality of this team right now. I think they very much believe in themselves. Size is definitely going to be an issue for them. You look at the starters, David Melman, the tallest at 6'5", Noah Shai, the next guy at 6'1". How they're going to match up with the size that the Garnet bring is going to be a big question for this Brooklyn team.
Underway here from Tarbell Pavilion, Swarthmore men's basketball in the NCAA tournament for the 4th straight year. Here's Zach Odell. Help doesn't come, so we'll finish easily over the left shoulder, utilizing that size advantage.
Yeah, I think they need to set the tone early here with Zach Odell and Nate Shaver. Pound it inside. Eventually, Brooklyn, if they don't do it immediately, are going to have to start bringing some help defenders, and that's going to open up looks for the fantastic Garnet jump shooters. 3 of them out there right now in D'Angelo, Harkins, and Visconti.
Jordan Wright with 11.3 points per game. That's a deep 3, no good, from Michael Tesserero, the 5'7" senior. Nate Shaver, he needs 6 points for 1,000. This guy needs 4. And back the other way comes Noah Shai. Right through traffic, and Tesserero will pull it back. 1 minute in. There's another 3. Good look, but a bit too strong that time from Anthony McLean.
Clearly Brooklyn showing off their willingness to shoot it from outside so far. I think that's going to have to be a key to their game plan if they want to stick with the Garnet here.
Vinny D'Angelo comes to the jump stop. Open 3 for Visconti. It's good. Swarthmore, another great start offensively. And a change from Landry Kosmalski just this season. After an NCAA tournament run and a runner-up at the national level, what do? Wholesale changes to the defense, of course. They can go up to 10 deep, and as a result, Kosmalski has said, we're going to go 94 feet of full-court pressure for as long as we feel we need to.
And this is also where length becomes a huge advantage, because all of these catches on inbounds plays are going to be heavily contested by the Garnet.
Now Wright, the senior, directs traffic. They put Zach Odell, the longest defender, on Wright, and that no doubt part of the scouting report, forcing Wright to beat them against one of the best defenders in the country. There's a pull-up for 3. That's short. Swarthmore plays good defense for 30 seconds, and Brooklyn still scoreless.
Was a pretty good look for Wright there, but just unable to hit at the buzzer as he let Harkins fly by him initially and stepped into the 3.
Harkins got the steal, and D'Angelo on the run. Nearly had it pulled away. Nicely done by the freshman. Double team on Odell, able to maintain possession. Odell a spin and fire. Follow inside, Nate Shafer. 996 points on his career, 7-0 Swarthmore. And a good start, forcing Jeffrey Jean-Baptiste to take the timeout for Brooklyn College.
And you can see already Brooklyn with the trouble getting it going against the Garnet early. an easy follow for Schaefer to push it to a 7-0 lead. And then on the other side, they're not able to get any sort of penetration against the Garnet. Everything's just swinging it around the perimeter. The Garnet have been quite stout so far in this one.
Swarthmore put a lot of players into the notables in the Centennial Conference. Lots of awards being sent Swarthmore's way. Landry Kosmalski, just his 8th year coaching the program. Already 4 Centennial Conference Coach of the Year awards. And what this program has done is bred crowds like this. Sold out crowds just about every night these teams are playing. And this men's basketball program has reignited a lot of things in the athletic programs here across Swarthmore, men's and women's, and there's a lot of positive momentum going on. Kosmalski, as mentioned, 4 times the Centennial Conference Coach of the Year. That's 4 in the last 5 years as well. Tough fadeaway, and Schaefer able to alter the shot.
And you mentioned individual accolades as well. If you look at it, the Garnet over the past 5 seasons, or past 5 class years, I should say, are going to have an 1,000-point scorer in each of them. That's unheard of historically.
Visconti the pull-up from the foul line. And Brooklyn College in trouble early on. There's an open 3. Pretty good look from the wing. It's good. Timeout on the floor. Noah Shy still hasn't gotten up back behind the play. Good job by the officials. As long as there's no immediate danger or concerns about the head or spine, you let that play out for the Brooklyn College team on the break until they pull up and want a stoppage. They got the 3 from Jordan Wright. And Noah Shy, good to see him up and moving. Still in some pain there on the baseline.
Yeah, he was holding on to that calf or Achilles area. It's always troubling to see what looks like a non-contact thing. Obviously, we hope the best for him. And a guy who was leading Brooklyn in scoring on the season with 12 points a game.
Yeah, and very similar to Swarthmore, this Brooklyn team very balanced. 4 guys with over double figures in scoring on average per game. Abbas Salah and Michael Caprice into the game.
Right.
Caprice and Vinny D'Angelo, Jacob, get their first NCAA tournament action as freshmen.
And they're part of the wholesale substitution package as well as Shaw and Ingram also in there.
Last tipped by Shaw, they say. It's Brooklyn College basketball. So a much-needed 3, Jacob, by the Bulldogs. And then a defensive stop. They'll have to continue to contend with full court pressure. Here's McLean up the floor. Wright drives in on the big man. Open 3 in the corner. It's good. That's Anthony McLean.
It's a great job getting Salah in the air that time, able to step over and find his shot. And if they can keep doing that, they're going to be able to hang with the Garnet potentially.
And now a zone defensive look from Brooklyn. Trying to force the Swarthmore Garnet out of their comfort zone. Schaefer too strong. Rebound corralled by Caprice, but then he gave it away. And Wright comes the other way. Nearly heat check there. Tesserero says, why not? That wasn't close. Not exactly settling the offense down.
But I did like the drive from Schaefer there right into the heart of the zone as he does it again.
How strong is that? One more coming for Nate Schaefer. 998 points for the big man on his career.
I mean, again, he's going to have a pretty clear height and size advantage against anyone that he's facing. You know, double teamed isn't going to stop him either, as he proved right there.
Timeout on the floor, 14:56 to play. The number 1 team in the country leads by 5. here in the NCAA Division III Men's Basketball Tournament first round.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go on a personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
Captain America in town. Decided to make his way down to Swarthmore, and why not? Uncle Sam. It's almost tax time.
I don't know if that's quite the vibe he's going for, but
yeah, that's right.
Announcement at halftime. Reminder, your taxes are due April 15th.
Death taxes in Swarthmore basketball in the NCAA tournament, at least in recent history. Nate Schaefer will shoot one. Are you a fan of John Rothstein, college basketball analyst? He's got the quotes, you know, Villanova's a Fortune 500 company, Steve Peichel pounding nails. The other one he loves to say is, death taxes Matt Painter. Landry Kosmalski might get into that mix. You know, he's the death taxes Landry Kosmalski of Division III basketball.
Yeah, Landry winning Coach of the Year.
Yeah. Now Wright somehow came up with that ball. A drive through traffic.
No idea how he got the handle there with Shaw all over him.
Flailing on that play. And coming back the other way is Swarthmore for three. Caprice all alone. Brooklyn abandoned the paint.
Yeah, they just didn't get set up in transition there. Oh, what a block from Nate Schaefer.
The Centennial Conference Defensive Player of the Year erases at the rim.
He just went up to meet Bauman and said, no, sir.
Now Aguide's having trouble getting it in. Bailed out by a foul called. Tesserero grabbed at by Vinny D'Angelo. In comes big Wendley Alsay. 6'4", but a wide body can create space inside. Needs it that time. And now we'll go to work on Odell. He's blocked. Fortunate to get that ball back. Now a hoist from the corner. Couldn't get it to go. An excellent defensive position by Odell.
Yeah, it was a great job on the recovery by Odell. Looked initially like Alsay might have position on him off of the inbound, but Odell recovering and now going to work.
So good inside. Excellent footwork. Planking that pivot foot right to the hardwood. Right, that's a tough step back. No good, and Odell there for the Carom. And already one of the best rebounding teams in the country, showing off in that respect here tonight.
I talk about Odell, Schaefer, Caprice, so dominant on the glass and asserting it early here. Talk about dominant.
Zach Odell untouched to the basket. And until Brooklyn is willing to commit a double team, even with this zone, you got to collapse. Then why not keep going to that strong side block? The issue for Brooklyn College is the minute you do that, you got four guys waiting to light you up from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I mean, anytime the Garnet can get a one-on-one with either Schaefer or Odell backing their man down, that's a win for them.
Now Tesserero on the left-handed drive, blocked by Vinny D'Angelo. The little guy says, I want in on the action.
Well, it helps that Tesserero is only 5'8", so D'Angelo's not so little to him. A 6-inch or 5-inch height advantage for D'Angelo, and swatting it with emphasis there.
7 remain on the shot clock. There's a pull-up. Can't get it to go.
Consistently contested looks by the Garnet. Here is that double team.
And he's clearly fouled there. I'll say took a healthy swat knowing he was beaten to the baseline.
And it's so impressive by Odell. Even when that double team comes with the guy backing him, he's able to get to the baseline there, get around Alcé, and try to at least seal him off with the rim, and nothing he can do but commit the foul there.
And oh so close to a hook as well. Referee let that one go. But a point of emphasis, any bit more of a turn, I think he might have had it going the other way. 2 of 2 from the line for Zach Odell, much improved over the course of the year from the stripe. Both he and Nate Schaefer have really taken away any type of liability whatsoever from a free throw shooting perspective. Anybody you have on this Swarthmore team, if you're going to send them to the stripe, you're expecting a couple of free throws to go down. Very strong foul shooting team. Good to see Noah Shy back into the game. Maybe not Swarthmore so happy as he got to the baseline. A strong player, good right-handed drive.
Impressive there, got the edge around Visconti, and nothing Visconti could do to recover at that point.
11-point lead for the home team and the #1 team in the country. Now we're back into man-to-man as Brooklyn College struggled while in the zone. Double team comes on Odell, thrown into the bench. It was tipped by Brooklyn.
And he did have Schaefer open underneath there. It would have been a difficult pass. Not sure if he recognized him there, because when you're double teaming him and they run that too big lineup, somebody's going to end up open underneath.
Swarthmore with just a few seconds with which to work when we come back on this possession. Immediate timeout. This is the men's basketball tournament. Welcome you back inside Charble Pavilion. Now Visconti a drive, 2 seconds, got to get it up. D'Angelo did not. Swarthmore maybe not quite as prepared as you'd expect coming out of that timeout to get a quick shot off.
Yeah, it didn't seem like they had the urgency that they quite needed there, and Visconti, once he got double teamed, just took too long to either try to put it up or pass out immediately.
Noah Shy got the last deuce for Brooklyn College. Now a tough dribble. Ajide, why not? Nice finish there.
It's a nice finish, right? Yeah, as you say. He's found some success so far in this one. Believe 4 points now for Olajide. So he's taking on Visconti, and then that time as well finding success.
D'Angelo picks up his dribble, open three for Visconti, and he is having a nice night. Visconti now with 8 points, tied for the team lead.
He's shown the ability to really be successful from the field in the regular season finale against McDaniel, I believe it was. Went 7 of 7 from the floor, 4 for 4 from beyond the arc on the way to 18 points. And he's getting space right now.
Tesserero with a lob inside. Stepping on the end line was Alce. One more look at Visconti knocking down the 3.
And I actually think that was a shot by Tesserero, which got tipped by Schaefer.
In that case, that was taken quite far off its line. Halfway home here in the first half, Colin Shaw runs the show offensively. Nate Schaefer just 2 points away from 1,000 on his career. Connor Harkins for 3, in and out. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc here tonight.
Hasn't found success yet. He's gotten some pretty decent looks, just haven't been falling so far.
A shot alteration there. Now Shaw in rhythm. Too long. Tipped back though by Connor Harkins. A new possession. Schaefer, good skip pass. D'Angelo, good. The conference leader in three-point percentage, 48% on the year.
At time identified the open man when that double team Schaefer did, and able to find D'Angelo, and has just been lights out from beyond the arc this season.
That's another look. Get those puppies organized. Let her rip.
I mean, just the way Vinny D'Angelo has been playing has been absurd. Taking over that number 23 jersey. Began the season coming off the bench. Ryan Ingram was the starting point guard after Abbas Salah went down in the opening game against Eastern. And then Vinny D'Angelo took over after winter break, has not looked back, and has at times looked like the best player on this Garnet team, especially in the month of February.
Ryan Ingram open for 3. It's good. Ryan Ingram has had a really nice finish to the season, providing some depth at the three-point line, and that is his spot. Largest lead of the night, 28-10 for the number 1 overall seed.
Yeah, left corner for Ryan Ingram. Nothing that he loves more than to get the ball in his hands there. A defender more than about 3 feet away, and he's going to rise up and fire home.
Trouble getting this ball in. Now they finally do. Jordan Wright up the floor. Contact and a foul. That'll send number 20, David Melman, to the line for 2. Connor Harkins says, yeah, I'll take your chances at the line. Not giving you one that easy.
Difficult for him to challenge that aerially. Instead, just sort of undercuts the path of Melman there and forces him to throw it up.
David Melman comes into the game, just 9 of 20 from the foul line. But the first one sure looked good.
Not a great scorer for this Bulldogs team. Only averages 3.4 points per game playing starter minutes, but contributes defensively, and obviously they need his size tonight to try and deal with the Garnet.
Abbas Salah will run the point. And at times this Swarthmore team has a hockey feel to it. Line changes as they go 5 on, 5 off. Colin Shaw hits it from the foul line. He, Ryan Ingram, and Abbas Salah play really well together. And a lot of times, Jacob, they'll come on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's in some sense, it's the second line for this Garnet team, the second guard line, but I think a lot of teams would be blessed to have the Garnet second line as their top one.
Blocking foul called by Abasala, or on Abasala, I should say. Nice job by Ingram.
Keep getting your hands in there. Eventually, you're going to force a mistake out of this Brooklyn team.
Here's Wright coming to the ball on the baseline. Ingram stays with him. They're looking to get the ball to Noah Shy. High-low action, and a foul called. Ryan Ingram on the grab underneath. Timeout on the floor, 7:55 to play. The number one team in the country in control here in round one of the Division III men's basketball tournament. We'll be right back.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well, but it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Welcome back inside Turbo Pavilion. And a look inside the Brooklyn College bench. Quite the story for Jeffrey Jean-Baptiste. It's his 12th season with the program as a whole and his second as an interim head coach. Give that man a full-time job. Let's go. The year before that, 2017-2018, he took over as the associate head coach, taking over from a longtime head coach. He also played for Brooklyn College, scoring over 1,400 points. And his brother, Rich Jean-Baptiste, is the all-time leading scorer at Brooklyn College with 1,847 points. So that's over 3,300 points in the Jean-Baptiste family. And doing a great job leading them to the NCAA tournament. I'm hoping the website's outdated and they've already removed the tag. If not, it's time.
Yeah.
2 years is enough. He's done a great job with this program.
So you'd wish they'd share some of those points.
That's right. That's right.
I could use some.
Now Vinny D'Angelo across the timeline. Lost the ball. Good defense there by Tesserero, and Wright, shoulders contact. I think that's going to be on the floor. But a nice job to seek out that contact by Wright. Foul going to be called against D'Angelo.
And that, if you're Brooklyn, you're going to take that foul because it will put the second on D'Angelo as he goes to the bench. So definitely a guy that you want to get out of the game with the way that he's been playing this season.
Now trouble getting it in. The safety valve is Noah Shy. Tesserero takes the high ball screen. Right for three. It's good. And a big three there for Jordan Wright as they try to climb back.
2 for 3 now from beyond the arc is Wright, and he'll have to get his shot going for Brooklyn to keep close in this one.
And that one thrown away. A little high that time from Harkins. It'll go back the other way. Tesserero on the dribble drive. Noah Shy. A nice job by Odell. Stay with him every step of the way. That's such good defense. The 2019 Centennial Conference Defensive Player of the Year. There's Harkins. Couldn't get it to go.
You hate to see those go halfway down and just bounce out.
3 seconds called against Swarthmore. They'll give it right back to Brooklyn. Harkins 0 for 5. A little bit out of normal form for him, but again, he could hit the next 5 and be 5 for 10. That's the way it goes with him. He is as good as it comes and heating up. And as mentioned at the start of the telecast, just 4 points away from 1,000 points in his career. Schaefer is down to 2 points remaining to get to that mark. And Swarthmore can come back the other way with a 16-point lead. Swarthmore looking for some off-ball movement with 10 to shoot. Inside for Odell, a double team, spinning through it. A lot of contact. There's a foul called, and he was in the act of shooting.
And that was a beautiful pass from Visconti. Just sort of able to fire it backhand in there to Odell, and Odell just fighting for long enough to eventually get the call.
Odell misses his first from the line here tonight. Already 8 points, 7 rebounds for Zach Odell. Well on his way to a double-double.
Gonna have one in the first half if he's not careful.
Missed both at the line. Brooklyn just 23% from the field, 5 of 22. Here's a dribble drive, McLean. Shy's gonna size up Connor Harkins. Tough shot there, wow. Somehow finds the bottom.
And nicely done there. Harkins had great position on him, but Shy just a better finish that time.
Here's Schaefer looking for 1,000 points on his career. And a little bit of an extra special ovation that time as the crowd knows that Nate Schaefer has joined an elite club here at Swarthmore College. The answer on the deep three, Anthony McLean.
That's the hero ball, but that time it works out. Needed something to at least try to temporarily quiet the momentum of the Garnet.
Foul there called as it's knocked away from Schaefer. Melman didn't like the call. Just the 4th team foul.
You just can't reach around like that. Even if you're trying to poke the ball away, and you're either going to get the foul called or get enough contact on the hand or the arm, as he did that time on Schaefer.
Inside, here's Caprice. Inside for Schaefer. He tapped his own rebound back. Shaw given the open three and hits it. 16-point lead for Swarthmore. Swarthmore stays in the man-to-man defensively. Under 4 minutes to go, first half. Tesserero, no good on that one. Alcé able to bring it down, and Shy had his defender in the air, but they'll reset it. Pretty good look that time, just couldn't finish.
It is a nice job by Shaw staying back on the bigger man and able, resisting being moved there. It was a good spin by Alcé, but Shaw maintaining his defensive position well.
Shaw with 10 to shoot. Harkins with 5. Puts up a tough three. Why not? Unbelievable. 0 for 5 to that point from distance. Doesn't matter with him. That is an incredibly difficult shot to hit. He's down to just 1 point away from the 1,000-point mark.
See, it's the open looks that he misses, and it's the one where he's got a defender right in his face contesting that the whole way that he hits.
Big time from McLean on a step back along the baseline, creating space between him and the defender, Ryan Ingram. Ingram all the way to the 10. Good left-handed finish. And really kind of the third point guard option for this team. Kosmowski feels they really don't take a step back. With 1, 2, or 3 at the point guard position, it's a blessing to have.
Yeah, just uses a couple crossovers there to get his defender out of position, sees the lane, and nobody rotating over.
Schaefer got a block. Good eyes up the floor. Michael Caprice is open for 3. Bang! Another freshman getting in on the action. Timeout, Jeffrey Jean-Baptiste. 2 minutes to play. The #1 team in the country flexing its muscles. That's another look at Schaefer. That's his 1,000th point. And a full timeout. We'll be right back. This is the NCAA tournament. Nate Schaefer's father enjoying the action on his road to a milestone.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
With Swarthmore, a minute 30 to go.
Together, we are driven. 1, 2, 3. To motivate. To challenge. To lead. Every practice. Every play. Every day. Every season. 11 schools together in competition. We are the Centennial Conference.
Why choose Swarthmore? Wow.
I don't know how to say this in like one interview.
There's just like this magnetic secret on campus that people really can't describe.
The campus itself is beautiful.
I was absolutely floored when I first came here. A lot of it came from the values that SWAT has.
It truly is the people that make this community. All my memories are inseparable from the people that were around me.
I applied to Swarthmore through the Questbridge National College Match, and it's a program that matches high-achieving, low-income students with really selective institutions like this.
I knew I wanted to play basketball in college. Basketball was a tool that would enable me to get a great education. In high school, I was kind of pressured by the standard to play Division I, but I wanted to pave my own way.
It chose itself for me, and I knew at a more pre-intellectual level that this was the place.
And one of my favorite things and my favorite takeaways of this place has been the community.
I've been lucky to experience what learning is like at other institutions, and I'm very thankful that I did that because that completely changed my perception of Swarthmore. It made me realize that Swarthmore is special in these very small and unique ways that actually make an enormous difference.
The reason I'm so involved on campus is because I feel like the things that I do here matter. You can actually enact meaningful change.
When you're walking around campus, like I don't feel like I'm just walking by a bunch of strangers, and being in these smaller settings, like it gives you the opportunity to build strong relationships with people that also have like a vested personal interest in who you are as a person.
It totally tailors itself to like every type of person. You can come here and be anywhere on any spectrum, and you'll be pretty well welcomed.
You'll find that the people here are here for you. I was able to find really good, deep personal growth. And Swarthmore has been that formative experience that the community allows me to have that space that I can have that growth.
I have incredible mentors who have helped me at every step of the way, which I'm really thankful for. And I don't think I would have that same type of individualized attention and recognition at a place that's not Swarthmore.
Getting towards the end of night number 1. Game number 2 here of the NCAA men's basketball tournament at the D3 level. The Swarthmore College Garnet lead 43-23. Do apologize for any technical difficulties that may have been incurred in the final minute or two of the first half, but we're back and better than ever thanks to the technical staff here at Swarthmore College. Daya Shrestra did a great job along with Brandon Hodnett and with the watchful eye of Adam Hertz, athletic director, but not really doing anything.
Just supervising. It's an important role.
Project manager. Of course, I kid because I love Adam. Sorry about that, but yes.
Because he's your boss?
Yeah, of course. Nice enough to have me back every year. I appreciate it. Good stuff. But we're back underway here in the second half. Brooklyn in the maroon, Swarthmore in the home white. And it'll be Brooklyn College, the Bulldogs, to start with the basketball trailing by 20. Michael Tesserero, 5'7", diminutive guard, done a nice job in the first half, trying to get him going here in the second. McLean. He'll try a dribble drive on the baseline, step back, no good. Remember that Harkins needs just 1 for 1,000. Nate Schaefer earned his 1,000th point in the first half, but got it stolen from him on that possession.
I mean, how rare is it that you have two guys going after 1,000 points in the same game?
Big time finish there from Jordan Wright. 2-year starter for this Brooklyn College team. And George Visconti with some contact. He wanted a foul as well, but a good finish.
Yeah, Smart going up early there. Looks like he took a hit to the face and a no call by the ref.
Now D'Angelo carves his way into the lane. Harkins for 3. He's got 1,000 on his career.
Actually 1,002.
That's right. The threshold has been met twice here tonight. Junior Connor Harkins, senior Nate Schaefer.
Yeah, I mean, and again, if you look at it and you look at the quality of player that Landry's been able to develop here at Swarthmore. Beginning in 2017, or the class of 2017, it was Chris Bourne crossing the 1,000-point threshold. Then it was Zach Yonda the next year. Then Cam Wiley. Now Nate Schaefer and Zach Odell have eclipsed that in the same year. Connor Harkins is going to be part of next year's class to break that. George Visconti has got a pretty good shot at it. Vinny D'Angelo has got a pretty good shot at it. Like, just the quality of player.
Zach Odell, good two-man basketball there as the bigs find one another. And Tesserero had trouble with it as Odell got a piece of it. They'll reset the offense, trailing by 23. Hesitation dribble, some contact, no call. Certainly a lot of contact for not getting a foul call on that side. And then George Visconti slice into the hoop. Good transition game from the Garnet.
Yeah, everything opening up right now, and the pace is also up for the Garnet, playing up-tempo basketball. I was impressed by how Brooklyn was able to limit the tempo just a bit for the Garnet, held them to only 30 shot attempts. Could have been a lot more. They made them work often deep into shot clocks, and this time playing with pace, and a rare 3 from Zach Odell.
Yeah, no good. Maybe not the look that Kosmowski wanted. You mentioned only 30 attempts, but quite the high shooting percentage for this Swarthmore team.
Yeah, it was
60% right now.
Yeah, it was 17 for 30 in the first half and 4 for 5 to get things going in the second.
D'Angelo is open for 3. Schaefer got the rebound, somehow found D'Angelo. Harkins open for 3, bang!
Start 0 for 5, he doesn't care, 3 for 8. now overall, 3 straight made for the junior.
26-point lead for the number 1 team in the country. A step back from McLean, no. Might have been tipped by Schaefer on the way there.
Yeah, these perimeter guys are having to go up against the bigs right now for Swarthmore. Zach Odell and Nate Schaefer. Rare you see them out on the perimeter, but doing a fantastic job with it.
And D'Angelo did a nice job to contest without fouling on the Noah Shai drive. Visconti hits the 3. McLean, you got to close out, but didn't on Visconti. Paid for it dearly. Tesserero finds on the baseline Melman. No good. Quick shots here for Brooklyn College. That might not be the look. And a foul called, and that was explicitly to get a timeout. Looking for a stoppage under 16. One more look at Visconti. There was contact a few possessions back, but able to get the finish. And Swarthmore doubling up Brooklyn College. There's Connor Harkins, 1,000, 1,001st, and 1,002nd point. And another standing ovation for the junior hitting that milestone.
And still another season of basketball for him. That's the crazy thing to think about. Even with losing, obviously, the seniors after this season, Zach Odell and Nate Schaefer, both preseason All-Americans. You have so many guys waiting below in terms of the bigs. You got Capriz, who's been impressive throughout his freshman campaign. You've got Justin Tucker, who's waiting there as well, of course. And then you have the other guys, the perimeter guys, who are still so young and playing so impressively. It's rare that teams can really maintain these sort of lengthy runs of great success, 4 years now of consecutive NCAA tournament appearances, but the recruiting has been spectacular from Kuzmalski, and you're just bringing in guys consistently every year who can make impacts as freshmen and who are set up for success moving forward in years to come.
And you're seeing some of those guys right now. Ingram, the junior, the sophomore Colin Shaw, Abbas Salah out there as well. Odell banging away inside. There's a foul call. Melman. Second team foul against Brooklyn. That's his third, David Melman. There's a lob for Odell. Double team comes on him. Great look for Ingram. Couldn't hit the 3. Odell able to bring it down. Salah, it's knocked away from him. Brooklyn basketball with 15 minutes to play.
And it doesn't really matter when you miss because you've got Zach Odell and Nate Schaefer waiting right there to clean the glass.
Pull up from the elbow, yes. Olajide. Now Ingram. Double team there, foul called against Tesserero. A grab on the wrist.
Starting to pile up just a bit now on Brooklyn. In the past 49 seconds, 3 fouls called against them as Harkins returns to the game.
One of the things this Swarthmore program has done really well, and it's certainly coincided with the recruitment and matriculation of Zach Odell and Nate Schaefer, is they're always about somewhere around double digits or 12 or 13 even in rebounding margin. And that's no different this year. 5th in the NCAA in rebounding margin. Didn't need a rebound on that one though, and they lead 60-31.
Such a clean shot from Ryan Ingram there. Curls off of the screen and finds his space. A number of guys on this team, Shaw, Visconti, D'Angelo, Ingram, who can all live in the mid-range.
Joshua Bennett on the drive, little bump in traffic. One more look, just a little jab step there. Connor Harkins picks up his second personal, team's first here in the second half. Some trouble getting it in. Tesserero somehow kept the dribble. And Landry Kosmalski vehemently arguing for a flop. Tesserero pulls up just inside the three-point line. A full court look here for Brooklyn College.
And they've got Shaw in trouble.
Nicely done. Now Salah, open three as Harkins is now going to drive it in.
And I would like to see him add that to the game, just the drive and kick, because I think Harkins really has a quick step. He could be good at that, make himself a little bit more, or a little less one-dimensional. I mean, one of the issues I think this season for him, he's shot worse than he has in the past, and I think part of that is defenders sort of realized at this point, hey, this guy is so dangerous from three that we are just going to take that away at all costs. And, you know, obviously the tighter defense, the more contested looks have made it a little harder for him to be effective. So I think if he adds just another little dimension, the ability to drive, the ability to have a defender sort of be wary of that play from him, it would serve him well, especially for next season.
Full court pressure again here from Brooklyn College. They trail by 27. And the number one team in the country looking like just that. Ingram couldn't hit the three. Olajide up the floor. Contact, no call, and D'Angelo all alone on the weak side. There's a lot of contact not called there. Harkins open for three. It's good. Collapse the defense.
This is a guy who just catches fire. 4 straight made threes for Connor Harkins after opening the game 0 for 5. Nothing wrong with that shot.
Wow, what a pass that was. Couldn't get the finish. Kept in bounds there by Shaw.
Yeah, what a contest it was as well by Schaefer, recognizing where the defense was and then rotating over.
A rare giveaway by D'Angelo Bennett. Wild shot. There's Noah Shy. It's good. And you can never take a chance. Got to keep running the floor. Pretty easy call there against Shy. Trying to cut down the momentum of the freshman point guard, Vinny D'Angelo. And Shy, I think, hurt himself. He's a little slow getting back. So we'll take a look at him on the bench as we go to a full timeout. 11:43 to play, second half. Swarthmore in control. This is the NCAA men's basketball tournament on the Garnet Sports Network.
Why choose Swarthmore?
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
Perhaps just 11 and a half minutes left in Brooklyn College's season. You see on the left-hand side of your screen, Noah Shy still holding on to that right arm as he collided into Vinny D'Angelo and picked up the foul. But let's see what type of juice this Brooklyn College team has left. Swarthmore gets Justin Tucker onto the floor for the first time here tonight. And I think a good opportunity to test the depth of this team. They go 10 deep. All these guys can play at a really high level. I expect to see more of a Bas Salah as well over the course of this second half. And, you know, to make a run, you need every one of these guys. 20 to shoot, Schaefer. And a nice steal there. Tell you what, this ball is going to be a jump ball, but a really nice job off the bench by Joshua Bennett, the senior. Hadn't seen a ton of him earlier on in the game, but each of the last few possessions, he has been active.
Yeah, definitely Brooklyn looking, if they are going out here, to go out on a high note, get all their guys involved, and you see the hustle play from Bennett to force the jump ball.
How about this for a score, Centennial Conference fans? Into overtime we go. Johns Hopkins 73, Penn State Harrisburg 73.
Wow.
In front of 0 fans, as it would turn out. A national story coming out from Baltimore. Fears of the coronavirus led to the decision to eliminate all fans from attending the game, parents, etc. I do believe they still have media folks because I caught a little bit of the broadcast of the 4 o'clock game, but nonetheless.
Yeah, I think it was a student at Yeshiva who had come down with the virus. The team was cleared, but just
precautionary.
Yeah, precaution and just full caution. No.
13 to shoot. A drive inside, I'll say. That's a good finish from the big man.
Yeah, he has Capri's draped all over him, but well done to put that shot up over the outstretched arm.
Swarthmore with the basketball, 10:53 to go. And a commanding lead. Caprice with it now. Looking for help. 16 to shoot. Visconti. Now Shaw with 7 to shoot, deep in the shot clock. Great look for Visconti. No good. Nearly tipped in by Alcé, and a foul will be called against Michael Caprice. Interesting to see that score, Johns Hopkins and Penn State Harrisburg. The Nittany Lions providing quite the matchup here. It's a bit of a surprise with the team that we saw play in this building last Saturday. And Connor Delaney with 32. Then again, nobody else had double figures. So it is something where, you know, I don't know how Delaney has played, but one of those things where as he goes, they go.
Yeah, he's only got 9 tonight. Ethan Bartlett's got 20.
And certainly it doesn't look like offense has been a factor anyway. I mean, 73 points, that's a pretty good offering. But Harrisburg able to put some points on the board.
What were they ranked? 4th in the region? 4th or 5th, I think?
In the region? Who's that?
Harrisburg.
Oh, perhaps. Okay. Yep. Swarthmore having no such problems. As the #1 overall seed, taking care of business exactly the way you'd expect. And George Visconti, a high teardrop that won't fall. Penn State Harrisburg currently a 77-75 lead, a little over 2 minutes to go.
Make that 80-75 with 1:40.
A 3 from Harrisburg. So, again, just a lot of Centennial Conference stakeholders here watching this one that might be interested to hear that score. D'Angelo, a step back. It's good. We mentioned it before. We'll say it again. The leading 3-point field goal percentage in the Centennial Conference at nearly 48%. Timeout on the floor. Swarthmore 68, Brooklyn College 42.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
It's become almost an expected formality here. NCAA tournament basketball at Tarbell Pavilion, and once again, the Swarthmore fans showing out, even though Jacob heading to spring break this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, you may have noticed if you're watching, if you're looking into the student section, used to seeing about 3 rows of standing fans in front of those students. Well, the baseball team, they're usually the ones who compose that group. They've already left down to, I believe it's Port Charlotte for about 10 games over spring break. So
wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
What, they couldn't take their senior baseball broadcaster down with them? I mean, I'm glad you're here, but
well, I've got
nicer weather.
I've got a trip of mine. I'll be down in Hilton Head as of tomorrow night. So.
Got it. So you're just leaving me here in southeastern PA.
It's not going to be too cold, I don't think.
No, it should be fun. Actually, really nice on Sunday. Abasala picks up the foul on the loose ball. That's his second, team's third. Now off the ball screen, looking to create a look on the baseline. There's a runner. Ooh. Everything but the finish that time from Ori Cohen.
Expect those to fall.
Connor Harkins get those feet set. Couldn't quite hit it, but a pretty good look from the sharpshooter from beyond the arc.
And this is the lineup kind of testing their depth right now. You see both Odell and Schaefer off the floor.
Abasala picks up his third, team's fourth. Other scores from around the country. Concordia University in Wisconsin, 14. Wisconsin-Platteville 10, 11:56 to play first half. Centenary in Louisiana against Texas-Dallas, 26-17. Texas-Dallas leads that one. There's a corner three, no good, and a nice job there by Colin Shaw. He's fouled, 5th team foul. Noah Shai picks it up personally.
And that Centenary UT Dallas is an interesting game to look at because that is the pod just below this one. So the winner of this pod and the winner of that pod will face each other in a Sweet 16 matchup next Friday on the 13th before play heads out to Fort Wayne for the Elite Eight in the Final Four.
And as it turns out, you would certainly expect that if Swarthmore does qualify from this pod, there's contact and no call. But you would expect that Swarthmore would have the opportunity to host again next weekend. Right.
The bench all standing in response to that no call.
That was an extremely surprising no call. Swarthmore basketball, as that one went above and hit the scaffolding, holding up the basket. 80 apiece, 21 seconds left in the overtime period. Penn State Harrisburg against Hopkins. That's the best game going right now here tonight. Mount Union taking care of Cairn, 82-58 with 8:42 left to go. Locally here, York College of Pennsylvania takes down St. John Fisher, 88-67. Wittenberg an 83-66 win over La Roche. Susquehanna, again locally, takes on Benedictine and takes them down, 64-59. Randolph-Macon, Swarthmore fans will remember them, a Sweet 16 matchup that was unbelievable from start to finish. A Connor Harkins three put them ahead for good in the final seconds of that game. They take down Wesley, 81-69. TCNJ Swarthmore also remembers them. They played TCNJ to a 7-point win early in the season. That's going to be one heck of a game tomorrow at 6:30. Randolph-Macon against TCNJ. And the winner of that pod will take on the winner of the Johns Hopkins pod. So Penn State Harrisburg and Johns Hopkins tied at 80. Yeshiva took down WPI, and whoever Yeshiva plays tomorrow, that has a chance to be a special game as well.
Yeah, Yeshiva, the only other team in Division III with one loss. And that's a very excellent team that they've built down there in New York, the Maccabees.
Ryan Ingram for three. He continues to pile on a nice night. A late three from Penn State Harrisburg, and Hopkins needs to put up a three at the horn, and they do to force double overtime. Yes, play-by-play in 2 games at once. Thank you very much. My goodness.
We're a little distracted up here at the announcer's table at the moment.
Actually, we're super attentive to 2 basketball games. Tell you what, that is a special one down there in Baltimore. Here's Caprice inside, drives inside, great kick out. Ingram. Oh, what a rebound that was by Colin Shaw. Harkins on the recoil, and he's fouled.
Yeah. A lot of contact there from Cohen. Such a good job at drawing those 3-point fouls because he's willing, as you've put it, shoot out of a telephone booth.
No wasted movement. Here's Harkins. He's got 12 here tonight. 4 of 11 from beyond the arc. Zach Odell, a double-double this evening. 10 points, 13 rebounds. Nate Schaefer has 6 points and 8 rebounds, but don't expect many of those guys in the final 6:28 of the game. A lot of opportunities for Caprice and Abbas Salah. A balanced effort from this Swarthmore team.
Double-double in only 19 minutes for Odell.
8 guys have scored for this Swarthmore team. Harkins now with 15. Tucker defensively, and now Ingram picks up on McLean. Double team on Shy, 6 to shoot. Oh, big time block. There's Michael Caprice, the freshman. Only 3 seconds to shoot for Brooklyn College.
It's a great defensive play there. Everybody switching, everybody moving. They get that double team initially, but then the recovery back to the man, and such a good job there to not quite force the shot clock violation, but eventually force the miss.
And Tucker with a strong rebound on the defensive end. Ingram's been hot here tonight from beyond the arc. Here's Colin Shaw. That's a good tip there by Tucker. He's going to get it back with 8. Shaw for 3. It's good. They just keep pouring it on here, Jacob.
Another guy who shoots with no space. Shaw so clean as well there, 77-42. Big 35-point lead.
A long 3, no good, not a good one. Ryan Ingram takes a fall. I think it was off him last, and indeed that's the call. Brooklyn basketball, a good effort by Noah Shy as well as Ryan Ingram. Here comes Jared Groff. He'll replace Ryan Ingram. A good night for Ingram, 10 points on 4 of 7 shooting. He stayed efficient throughout the evening. Salah picks up the personal.
Called a lot of these off-ball fouls tonight.
And that is Salah's fourth.
Don't imagine it would make a difference to the result if he were to foul out at this point. Other than for pride purposes.
No doubt, but I think you will, like you said, see a lot of guys that we haven't yet seen for Swarthmore. Empty the bench. Get a chance for those guys to play NCAA tournament basketball. Right through traffic. A block up top, some contact down below. One more look. Jared Groff is the one to commit the foul. There wasn't a ton there.
Got it on Shaw, actually.
Shaw, wow.
It's for the initial reach-in. Might have caught the hand of Wright.
Brooklyn College. Jacob, you mentioned at the top of the telecast, making their 5th NCAA tournament appearance. Founded in 1930, an enrollment of almost 18,000. Jeff Jean-Baptiste, 28 and 28 in his 2 seasons at the helm. As I said, as interim head coach earlier in the year. Take the tag off that man. He got you to the tournament. 5th time in program history. Now Shaw can't hit it. He goes sprawling to the floor. As Brooklyn College, without any numbers, they'll come back the other way. Looking for Melman. And an offensive foul as he throws off Colin Shaw.
And Pete Fago coming into the game for the Garnet now, replacing Shaw. And a couple of those juniors into the game.
Now Groff up the floor. A good look through, but active hands from Wright. Tucker with 4:26 to go, I should say. Salah, there's Caprice. Oh, that's brilliant. The sophomore point guard, Abbas Salah, finds a cutting freshman, Michael Caprice.
Yeah, just play it all inside there. Caprice sees that he has an open lane. Salah recognizes the cutter. And another 2 points to this Garnet lead.
Melman pulls up, couldn't get the bank. Let's see if they look to get Groff or Fago a look. Groff trying to create himself, lost the basketball. Tesserero. And now a drive inside, a travel first. We'll send it back the other way. Olajide gave it away. Another look at Caprice, cutting to the hole. 3:36 on the floor, time on the floor here. Take a break, come back on the other side. It's 79-42 Swarthmore in this one, but right down the road in Baltimore, fellow Centennial Conference foe Johns Hopkins trails 91-86, 2 minutes to play.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes, college sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
3:36 to go. Swarthmore well on their way to victory here in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Alec White, George Corzine onto the floor, along with Abasala, Jared Groff, and Peter Fago.
And this is a good game for them just to get their mojo back a little bit as White steps inbounds. You know, they had some trouble for sure in the Centennial Conference tournament, obviously being dealt their first loss of the season at the hands of Johns Hopkins in the final, but even in the semifinal against Muhlenberg in a game that wasn't expected to be all that close, ended up coming down really to the final few shots of the game. Muhlenberg had a chance to tie, make it 65 all at the buzzer, and they missed, and the Garnet took it 65-62 there, but not necessarily the result they wanted. I don't know that they felt happy with their offensive output in that game. In this one, they've really just dominated Brooklyn, and I think this is the game that they kind of needed just to get feeling good again, and they've definitely been successful at it tonight.
How about Alec White coming in off the bench and hitting it from the baseline? Now a three, that's well short, very flat. Melman, though, able to corral the rebound.
Yeah, just took it right out of the hands of Fago.
To your point, and I get it, the Muhlenberg game maybe wasn't as convincing. That would be the semifinal game of the Centennial Conference. It wasn't as convincing as folks thought, but then again, I think it says a lot about this conference.
Yeah.
The Centennial Conference, very strong. A lot of teams bunched up in the center. They were just beating themselves up all year, and Swarthmore beat them all in the regular season, and then, of course, lost the final on a buzzer beater. There's Corzine. He's fouled. His primary sport is tennis, but he can hoop it as well. Pulls down the rebound, a lot of contact, and he can get onto the board in the NCAA tournament.
That's what I really think is the amazing thing about this team. You look at Corzine, you look at the guys sort of at the end of the bench, the guys who don't play, right? This is a roster I believe is 18 deep at the moment. Now, 9 guys basically, 8 or 9 guys, almost see no action. Yet, year after year, guys like Jared Groff, Pete Fago, Alec White, guys who, in some sense, this has been their role in their time here at Swarthmore. They're juniors now. They don't care. They don't care about playing. They don't care about the individual glory aspect of it. They care about the team success. Obviously, going to the national championship game last year, being more and more successful every year, and they care about making their teammates better. That's what they go out and do every day in practice, and they're so bought in to this team and to the mentality of competing and competing as part of this team, and it's really amazing the team culture that exists, and these guys now getting rewarded for all the hard work that they put in every single day with minutes in the NCAA tournament.
Corzine's going to get another chance at the foul line, driven alone by his hustle. What a great play. All right, George, get yourself a point in the NCAA tournament. What do you say? You've earned it. Cash it in, front end.
Let the crowd go wild.
Oh, so close on that one. Just a bit long. Perhaps the juice is flowing a bit, adrenaline. Now a drive inside, pulling it back, Alcé. Bodies up against Alec White. He lost the ball on 11. Came up with it, now Fago has it.
Yeah, Alec just not giving an inch there.
Now Julian Levin able to escape the double. And the Swarthmore faithful appreciates the effort from this group. Groff gives it away. And Groff pulling. Foul called. See if there's any type of flagrant one or intentional. I don't think so. Maybe just a common foul.
Yeah, really just got the arm hooked there and ran through it.
other games, this on the other side of the bracket going bottom to top. RPI takes down New England College 58-57. Tufts takes down Western Connecticut State 74-72. Middlebury, a team that Swarthmore has played in each of the last few years, not this year, but in the prior years they had, 78-69 over Westfield State. Brockport took down the Coast Guard 92-86.
The entire Coast Guard?
Absolutely.
It's impressive.
So they have to manage the waterways now.
Is that a game to decide who becomes the newest branch of the military?
That's correct. Brockport it is. Best of luck. I don't know if you knew what you were getting into. There's a foul call, and Peter Fago will go to the line. Double bonus time for Swarthmore. Whitworth took down Latornu in a really good one, 88-86. Texas Dallas leading Centenary 41-35. And then, of course, our two games here at Swarthmore. Ithaca in overtime, 94-88 over Babson College. And Swarthmore running away with it against Brooklyn. Peter Fago has himself a point in the NCAA tournament. One of two from the line and kept in bounds. Too strong, but a good rebound inside. Fire, counted, and one. To the line, number 25, Philip Koroshko.
Yeah, good defending there by Julian Levin, but foul eventually called.
And it looks like Penn State Harrisburg is going to pull it off. 101-93 over Johns Hopkins with 27 seconds left in the game. That was halfway down, came back out. So only one team remains after round one out of the Centennial Conference, and that's the number one team in the country, Swarthmore. They were the last team standing last year from the Centennial Conference as Julian Levin glides through the lane. Everybody's getting in on the action.
Crowd loving that one.
There's a three. Foul called, and Levin will shoot two at the line. So Swarthmore, a lot of momentum to build from this one. And a little less than 24 hours to recover. 7:30 tomorrow night, right here on the Garnet Sports Network and at Tarble Pavilion live and in person. They'll take on Ithaca College in a second-round matchup. Should be an interesting matchup of the guards, Jacob. Certainly the strongest point for this team out of Ithaca is the guard position, and we'll see how guys like Riley Thompson, Skylar Sinon will match up. And then I think Sebastian Alderete at 6'5". Boy, is that going to be Zach Odell at 6'7" with range on him. It's going to be very interesting matchups. Vinny D'Angelo against Thompson. I can't wait to see that one either. It will be fun. There's a pull-up. And 11 filling up the stat sheet in the last few minutes. Shot clock turned off. And the Swarthmore College Garnet, they've had a goal since they lost to Wisconsin-Oshkosh in the final last year. It was to get back to the NCAA tournament and finish what they started. Game one in the books. A first-round victory over Brooklyn College here at home.
Yeah, I think the Garnet had a sense coming into this game. They knew they wanted to dominate this team. They knew it was a team that they could dominate, and that's exactly what they did, pulling off the 85-51 win from the tip to the final horn. Just a complete win overall. So impressive out of them, dominating all facets of the game, going up 30-14 earlier, 43-23 at the half, just consistently dominating this Brooklyn team. We saw it especially in the front court. Zach Odell and Nate Schaefer just could not be stopped tonight. And then on the outside, George Visconti, Connor Harkins, Ryan Ingram all having themselves a night. Colin Shaw as well, 10 points for him, just balanced across the board and taking thorough care of Brooklyn College.
Oh, thank you to assistant coach Shane Leffler. How about that? Do it all mentality out of my man here tonight. Jacob, a great game here from the Swarthmore Garnet team. A really nice doubleheader as well.
Yeah.
Certainly the Ithaca College game was one that made your blood boil if you're on either of those teams or fans of either of those teams. But again, entertaining for us up here in the booth. And then this one, start to finish, just dissecting a Brooklyn College team that had a great run to get here, couldn't quite finish it off.
Yeah, exactly. All respect has to be shown to them for the run that they made through the CUNYAC, through that tournament, beating teams that they had struggled against during the regular season, peaking at the right time, just came up against an unstoppable force tonight in the form of the Swarthmore Garnet.
So at least one more game here at Tarba Pavilion, and it'll happen tomorrow. Unfortunately, we won't have Jacob Brady here with us. So if this is indeed the last time we sign you off, we want to appreciate everything that you've done. You're a senior here at Swarthmore College, on to great things after this point, but appreciate the contributions that you've had here with me on the Garnet Sports Network, and I know for a fact it goes well beyond what you've done just for basketball through the many various sports that you've contributed. Means a lot.
Thank you, yeah, and I just want to say how much of an honor and a pleasure it's been to be able to work on these live streams for the past few years. Did PA before that, did my freshman year. I think I produced on a couple of occasions, all over the board, but it's just been an absolute joy to be able to watch this team play, to be able to appreciate the Swarthmore culture, the Swarthmore athletics culture, and just to be a part of this, to be a part of the NCAA tournament games has been an absolute joy. And I know for sure I'll be in a van tomorrow driving down to Hilton Head when this game is on, but I'll be watching on my phone, that's for sure.
Well, good stuff. Thank you. I'll be back here tomorrow for the 7:30 tip as Swarthmore takes on Ithaca College. No place you'd rather be. Those guards going at it tomorrow has a chance to be a special one. And you can be here in person. That's goal number one. Get here in person, but if you can't, you can watch us here on the Garnet Sports Network. He's Jacob Brady. I'm Bob Long saying so long. Here from Delaware County, some tremendous basketball played here tonight and more to come tomorrow. 7:30 p.m. tip on Saturday. Swarthmore against Ithaca. We're the place to be. Have a great night, everybody.